Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm WillStalker25, and today I got a brand new, kind of new action figure review for you guys. This is the Hasbro Marvel Legend Target exclusive, I believe, Antman, Hank Pym Antman specifically, I believe. So pretty cool. Happy to finally have a new Hank Pym in the collection. We do have that new civilian Hank Pym coming in the Avengers West Coast like 5-pack that they got, where they got a lot of like repaints and stuff like that in there, and like a couple newish things. So we got the new Hank Pym there. A little bit of a bummer that we didn't get that unmasked head here with this one as well. A little bit of a bummer that we didn't get a removable just Antman helmet, where you could have just had it without the face in it, just sitting on a desk or something like that if you wanted to make like a little lab diorama. But for I believe $25 or $27.99 or something like that for this one, because he's got the exclusive price. Is this Antman worth it? Personally, if you do not have an Antman in your collection at all, I think he might potentially be worth it, depending on also, you know, what they do for like the HasLab this year. Is it going to be a Giant Man? Are they going to include another Antman like this, an updated Antman, in that Giant Man set? I don't know. You never know what they do if that HasLab is actually Giant Man or not. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think the HasLab is. I think the sculpt works well for Antman. He looks a little too buff. I don't know if maybe he would have been better on like this Spider-Man body here, like the younger Spider-Man, where he's a little bit like slimmer. I think the height would be wrong. I think this height works well. But I think the chest almost maybe looks a little too buff. Maybe this would have been a little bit better, this slimmer one with maybe different legs or something like that. I don't really 100% know what body mold this is, because it doesn't look like it's this one. Is this Sunfire? I'm not really 100% sure, because it doesn't look like this one either, because it doesn't have the diaphragm, which would have been nice kind of to get the diaphragm with the cut there, the waist cut. So Antman looks good, but I don't know if he's personally like the $27 worthy. I do know they're clearancing a lot of the figures at Target right now, so maybe you could always get this one for a better clearance price. Also a shame that the mask doesn't have like a little bit of like an articulation turn point here to bring this up to the face. I do like the helmet sculpt. Let me actually raise this a little bit. I do like the helmet sculpt that we got going on here. Looks very nice. The face detail is good as well. It almost looks like a Steve Rogers face under there. I'm wondering if the head is the same as the new Antman coming out. But yeah, looks good. Accessory wise though, we didn't talk about that. So he does only get an extra set of hands for each side. So he's got an extra fist and an extra like open hand. That's it, nothing else. No like added technology, no Ultron head, no separate unmasked head, no alternate helmet with like just a helmet with no head in it, no small Wasp, no smaller miniaturized Antman, nothing. It's kind of a bummer that we didn't get any other accessories with them. So in the accessory department, he's very lacking. Articulation wise, he can look up that far, down that far, very good. No tilt at all, really. You do get the butterfly that goes back that far, forward that much. Arms can do a full 360 if you wanted to. Arms do also go up that far, pretty nice. Upper bicep cut, it's very stiff on this arm for some reason. Double jointed, unfortunately pinned elbows, so this is probably like Sunfire mold, I'm guessing. And the wrists do swivel and hinge, both of them being horizontal hinges, and the swiveling. The ab crunch goes back that far, forward that much. He does have the waist cut, but it does kind of mess up the belt a little bit. Belt does look really nice too, though. We'll give it a little plus there. Legs go forward that far, kind of starts going out to the side, so not a direct forward. Back, really not so much. Upper thigh cut. Antman on the splits, also very gummy knees, I will say. The knees are very gummy. Just like the previous Thor that I've reviewed in that Earth's Mightiest Wave, his knees are very gummy as well. So there you go. Double jointed knees though, even though they're pinned. So can't really kick his own butt because they're boot cut as well. Very nice. Ankles go back that far, forward that much. Wonderful ankle pivot. And yeah, that's Antman for you. So like I said, $27 I think for him. That's what I unfortunately paid when I bought him. I have since seen a couple Antman figures at one of my local Targets, I think. I don't know if he's going for that $10 to $12 price point that they've been clearancing out, like the Chod Wave and the Puff Adder Wave and everything like that for. If you could find him for that, I think $12 is fantastic. To the top of his antenna, he's about 6.5 inches tall. And yeah, so if you could get him for that $12 price point, great. I don't know if I would pay the full price for him unless you're desperate and you don't have an Antman. So there we go. There we have the Mighty Morphin Red, the G.I. Joe Classified, Fortnite Victory Royale, the Foundation, and Star Wars Black Series Captain Rex. So there's your size comparisons there with all those guys. Get these guys all out of here. I do need to get my previous Antman off the shelf at some point here to throw into this review, so we're obviously going to have a little bit of a cut somewhere in this for the size comparison. So 1000 Toys Halo Master Chief, SH Figuarts Goku, Figma Samus, and he fell over. Let's get Mafex Nightwing standing back up. So there we go. There's your size comparisons there. Unfortunately, you know, he's a bit tall. I don't know how tall Hank Pym is supposed to be in the comics, but this guy's a little bit tall, very close to Iron Man. So it's just this Marvel Legend body mold that they use. Let's see, we'll bring out the McFarlane Warhammer Space Marine and Mythic Legion Black Knight. Get rid of both these guys. Don't need them taking up our space here. Bring out our Jazzboy reps for their old Fortnite 6-inch line and their Halo Spartan Collection. Can't wait to get those new Spartan Collections for series, I think it's 7 and 8 that are supposed to come out later this year, I think next year. Excited for both of those. And then we got the Mezco Stealth Iron Man. Really like this one a lot still. So there you go. There's your size comparisons with all your non-Hasbro, or your, I guess, Hasbro or non-Marvel Legends, everything like that. Then we got our other two that we always do now. We got America Chavez for your MCU teenage girl body mold, and your like generic Marvel Legend black suit symbiote Spider-Man. So there you go. I'm gonna quickly grab the other Antman off the shelf, and then we'll take a look at the previous retro Antman with this one. Alrighty, and for your previous Antman size comparisons, here is the, I believe this is the previous retro Antman, and as you can see, he is on that smaller, skinnier like body mold there. I don't know technically if you're gonna say this is like Hank Pym, because it's using that same like head sculpt as that like, is it the Black Ant or something like that? It was that previous Walgreens exclusive Antman. They had this helmet. I think this is that retro one. I think. It might be even a different older Antman. Let me know in the comments below. Is this the retro one? I think it is, but I could be wrong, because I don't know if I actually ever got that retro one, actually, thinking about it. So I really don't know which Antman this is, or if this is even Hank Pym. So, as you can see, different look, scrawnier. This one's got the blue for the undies on like here, so they made it more shorts. I wonder, you know, I kind of like the look of this red one more over here, the full red legs, and the blue just on like kind of like the actual underwear looking, not like shorts looking there. So this is like that similar Pizza Spidey, I think, body mold, the very scrawny, skinny one. Obviously the head sculpt looks a million times better on this new one, so if this is a Hank Pym, this new one looks way better. Another Antman. This is the 2-pack with the Scott Lang, I believe, Antman. So I guess you could say these are 3 different Antman. Hank Pym, Scott Lang, and whoever the third one is supposed to be. You could say he's just got the same suit. I don't know if he wears the same suit. And then he's got, I do have the black, like, helmeted one, the actual one that looks like this, the Walgreens one. I've just never opened it. I didn't really know if I wanted to. And then one more, I guess, Antman, I guess, Hank Pym appearance is the Giant Man one from the old, I think, Age of Ultron Build-A-Figure. Oh, we've got stuff crashing down all over the place again. But yeah, there's a look at all these. So I personally do really like this one. I kind of don't mind this bigger, bulkier body mold. I think it looks good. It looks great with the Scott Lang one here. It does almost work if you want to say that this is Hank. You know, these two are Hank here. That kind of works. I think the faces look entirely different. So, yeah, kind of depends. I do have these all on the shelf right now, but this Ant-Man might be retired unless I say this one is like a different Ant-Man. I need to go look and see who's all been Ant-Man in the comics. So yeah, that's a look with all your previous Ant-Man. And then really quick, we'll take a look next to some of your other Avengers. So yeah, let me fix that guy though, because Iron Man keeps falling all the time. So yeah, here's Spider-Man with that animated series, like retro classic cell shading. And then we have the new Target exclusive Black Widow on the brand new female body mold. Really great. I hope at some point we do get a Wasp on this body mold, because we do need a new Wasp at some point. We got the Iron Man first appearance for the Beyond Earth's Mightiest wave. And then we do have the 20th anniversary Captain America here. So there's your look at this Ant-Man with a ton of different Avengers, if you're curious. If you do want to see him next to a little bit bigger of a character, here is Ant-Man next to Ragnarok, because I'm still doing all these reviews in the same day. So yeah, there's Ragnarok here, in case you're curious, next to the Thor size, how big or how this Ant-Man scales up. Ragnarok wants to fall for some reason. I don't know why. So yeah, there we go. That's all you're going to get, because he's about to collapse, and he's going to be retired from the desk here. I'm sick of these Thors falling over all over the place. And then lastly, if you are curious, because you gotta have, if you have Ant-Man, you gotta have an Ultron. So if you do want to see what this looks like next to the new Ant-Man wave Ultron, or the previous Ursa Major wave Ultron, there you go. Looks pretty great. So yeah, I do really like this one. For the price point, if he was $27, I don't think it's worth it at all. If he's $25, that's almost pushing it. This Ant-Man should have been $20. No accessories and an exclusive. Really kind of a bummer. Older body mold, pinned. You know, they could have easily thrown this on the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man or something like that. You know, we had the, where is it? We had the symbiote mold right here. This could have worked. This could have been Ant-Man. Just throw the same belt on it. Similar hand. Just make, you know, throw these new hands on here. This one wasn't pinless, so you could have done the pinless Renew Your Vows one. You've got it. I know I know the mold is probably in use from other things, but this Ant-Man deserved it, especially being an exclusive. Definitely should have had an unmasked head, and possibly even a helmet without the face in it. So yeah, for that price point, I don't think he's entirely worth it, but I am happy that I have him. Kind of a bummer if you can get him for these insane new Target like sale prices that they're doing. I say try and pick him up there if you can get him for like $12. I think $12 is a steal for this Ant-Man. I think he should have been at least 20. So yeah, that's gonna do it today for me. So if you did enjoy this review, would always appreciate a like and subscribe. It does help me out a lot. Do greatly appreciate it. Don't know when this one's coming out. It might be right after the Ultron, might be the week after. I just don't know. Maybe I'll do a couple reviews in 1 week. So if you haven't, like I said, if you haven't done so, would appreciate liking and subscribing, liking the video and subscribing on the channel. Almost 500 subscribers, I believe, at the time of recording this. Do greatly appreciate it. If this video if you did watch it all the way through, let me know in the comments. I would always appreciate that as well. So yeah, that's gonna do it today. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.